Hey friends, okay, today is a very busy day. We're gonna be packing my August edition of the Mail Club. I have everything laid out on my bed and I'm just gonna kind of organize things and situate things and then start packing. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna first show you kind of everything and do like an ASMR of me opening my package from the printer. This month was actually very exciting because I do have a bulk order feature on my website and I got my first bulk order, yay! So I'm gonna try to figure out how to pack those because it's gonna be a little bit differently. Those are more for like if they want to, if customer or like if a storefront wants to sell them. So they're gonna be kind of packaged more so as products that are on a shelf versus just like sending it in the mail. So I'll walk you through that and yeah, let's just get right into it. All right, so this is what I picked up from the printer. Let's open it up. Okay, wow, yay. I'm so excited. I did something different this month. I feel like I always try to change it up to keep it interesting. Wow, look at the art print. I love it. This is a clematis flower for August. And then we have the recipe, simple peach cobbler. And then we have the activity of the month and then the playlist. Super cool. So let's open it all up. Sorry guys, I'm also fighting a little bit of a cold, so just bear with me. Let's see here. I'll be so gentle. I don't want to nick this. And I started my first month. I actually used Vistaprint, but I didn't like how I couldn't like pick really nice paper. It was just kind of blah. So I found a local printer who allows me to kind of bring in my paper, and he was like, yeah, no problem. So super cool, really nice. Alrighty, this is actually the back of the letter. So let's see what this looks like. It looks like he put in some things here just to protect it. So this is the front of the letter, and I'm gonna move this over here. So it looks like, yeah, the idea is that I had a lot to say this month basically, and I needed to use the back, but I also am elevating my branding a little bit. So I've chosen a font, and I customized these envelopes for this month. So the same font goes here, that's here is on the envelopes, which I think is really nice. So that will probably be consistent moving forward. And I just want to do a test. So this basically is like a tri-fold situation. And usually what I do is I take one of these guys. This is on thicker linen paper, which I love. I love linen paper. I love the look of it. I love the texture. Also, I had a friend one time say to me, like, it's just such a different experience in person versus like seeing it online. But you really get to see like the texture in person of the linen. So what I do when I do the trifold, this is a 4x6. So I just kind of place it, and with this edition this month, I want to see if this is gonna be it. So it looks like it's just gonna fit. Yay! Okay, this is really, really good news. This worked out. I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous about this, but now this is what it looks like. Super cool, and then they flip it over. So I love that. Very, very cool. Definitely gonna be using this template moving forward. Okay, now we're gonna do the art prints. This is my favorite art print so far that I've done, and I'll tell you why. So I think personally the reason why I like this art print so much is because it's my favorite flower, the meaning at least. This is a clematis. When you turn it over though, I included the artist palette. So this is the actual palette that I used when I painted it. And then before, I used to have stickers that I would have to hand put on all my art prints, and now it's just printed on there, which is nice. And then I have a space for the postcard stamp. So very cool, more functional. I love it. Super fun. Love, love, love. Okay, so I'm gonna put those over here. And now we'll open the last little guy. Alrighty, so I will show you what that looks like. So this is really fun. This is the activity of the month. This is a loaded Bible activity. And the activity is purchase a small New Testament, create a color-coded index for themes like grace, joy, hope, and love, and then fill it in with highlighted verses, notes, washi tape, stickers that have encouraged you. Pray over it throughout the month, asking God to prepare the heart of the person who will receive it. And before August ends, courageously gift your loaded Bible to someone who doesn't know the Lord and trust God with the rest. So that's that. And then here, this is the, it's hard to see, connection question, journal prompt, Spotify playlist. So yeah, that is that. Now I will pack one envelope to show you what it looks like. I think I still have one more thing to open. This is the vellum that I use. So I am just going to open it up and show you what it is. This is the vellum that I chose. I try to choose different vellum every single month, and I really felt like this fit the black and white theme. So yeah, super beautiful. And I'm gonna go ahead and pack one to show you what it looks like. Okay, so usually what I'll do is, also we're missing a few other things. So let me get those things really quickly. Okay, so I got everything prepared. The other thing that I'm adding this month are stickers, and I do include a Bible promise within these very, very beautiful envelopes. And then I also include like a scripture card, and then I have these stickers over here to seal it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this all set up and show you what's included and how I pack each edition for this month. So I'm gonna use this as an example and set this over here. And I'm gonna get this out of the way here, and put this here. This is such like a nice thing, so we'll go like that. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a promise verse. Actually, we can maybe put that right there, and put these right here, and we'll put this here as well. That way you can see me do it. Okay, so this one, Deuteronomy 3:16. I'm gonna pack this in here. And sometimes I like to do a sticker, sometimes I don't, so they can reuse this. And so now, okay, so I folded this. What I like to do is I like to do my art print first here, and then the recipe. And then what I'll do is I will do the Bible promise, and then I'll do the activity. Oh, sorry, I usually do the Bible promise, this, then the activity. And I think this month, since I'm not doing the, I'm not doing my stamps, I am just going to do like a little sticker sheet for them. And this is gonna be probably the most tedious part of the whole mail club, but I just want to include something different, something fun. And I feel like these flowers, I want to use these since I got them. So yeah, and I'm just going to include a sticker because I think that looks so beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over like so. And I have my golden hearts here. Get one of those guys, and voila. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the vellum, put it in here, and then I'm going to put it in here. Okay, I'm going to take this, since these envelopes are different, I'm actually just going to seal it with a little bit of glue tape and press it down. There we go. First August edition is done. Yay. Okay, so the other thing that happened this month was I got a bulk order. And like I said, a bulk order is basically someone who orders them in bulk for a discounted rate if they want to like sell them in store or like, you know, promote them on social media and sell them themselves. And so I'm going to walk through how I package that and why it's different. The idea is that you'll be able to see everything on the outside versus having everything just be stuffed in an envelope and you can't really see the value. So I'm going to undo this and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so these are cellophane packaging, and what I'm thinking is I had to get a bigger size because I needed it to fit in here. So I'm just gonna kind of think about this. I'm thinking that what I'll do is I need to brainstorm for a second. Okay, so I played around with a lot of different layouts and this is what I decided on. The reason why I decided on this is because I want to try to show as much value on the outside as possible. And so with that, I feel like, you know, with this, they can see the letter, the art print, they can see that there's goodies in here, they can also see the vellum. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in here, and this is how I'm going to package the bulk order, because at least then when they get, you know, 15 of these, they'll be able to see that it's, there's a lot in here, versus if I just kept it inside the envelope, it's really hard to see like what's inside. The only thing that I think it's missing is like a QR. I'm just trying to think of like how can people read about this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a QR sticker on the outside. That way I don't have to describe what's in it. So I'm gonna pull this off, and I'm going to lay this right here. I think I'm gonna go a little bit over like that. That way it's like wrapped and people can see everything that's inside. And then I'll put like a QR code that says like read about this product or something like that. All right, so I just printed out my stickers from my thermal printer, and one thing that I don't like about this is that it's kind of like wrinkly. You can try to like make it a little bit nicer. There we go, I think that's better. And then I can maybe hide, sorry, I just realized you didn't even see that. One thing I don't like is that it's kind of wrinkly, but these are really forgiving, so I can try and like undo it and make it just a little bit neater. And then I can also try and hide some of those wrinkles with just the placement of this. I'm just trying to think of what looks good here. It's a little bit wonky. Maybe I just do it where it seals it and then I fold it over, and no, I don't know if I like that. I'm just trying to think of what I like here. I just don't want it to move around, you know? So I think I'm gonna do this. And then I think it wants to be there, so yeah. There we go, and that way it's like much prettier for display purposes, you know? Actually, I wonder, I just think I don't know, there's something about this, I have an idea. I think I need to flip this over, because this is gonna look so much better with this on the back. The seal part should be on the back, and then this, I think this should be moved. There we go. Okay, I think this looks better. Yeah, this is more the front, and then you don't have that seam on the back, but it's still sealed, and they can still see it and flip it over. Okay, perfect. I love this. Finished product. Now I just have to do 14 more of these, which I think I'm gonna maybe up my price a little bit because it's taking a lot longer than I thought. But I think I just needed to figure out the layout. So here we are. I hope you guys like this video of just showing everything that's included in the August edition, as well as packing my first wholesale bulk order. Very exciting. And if you want to check out more videos, I just did a draw with me, which is this video right here, so definitely check it out. Subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on, what you're creating. I'd love to see it. Bye!